Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Ready, set.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play.
Steps away to his left.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action this time with Love. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Love. He'll find Jones again, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
This now a 3rd and 4. And now Love going to change things up.
On play action, they'll throw.
The short throw to Musgrave. And he's going to have a Packers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing. Love.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown.
Luke Musgrave
from 10 yards out.
And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Ready. 22 needle. Green jack. Ready.
Love, they go play action now. This one swung out here to Jones.
Let's go.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
43 rail. Hut.
Off the play fake, Love. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Hut, go.
On play action, Love to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, and now they face a 4th down.
Needle blue. Wrong, 10. Blue strike. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Love wants to shift things around.
Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Watch out now.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Smash, red, fight 60. Ready.
1st down, going to the air with Love. A check down here to Jones.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Shot, 17. Set.
Play fake. Here's Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Trouble, 38. 52 blaster. Ready?
Now Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
22 needle.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Striker, 3-3. Hut.
Love. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. But it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick here is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Down the sideline he goes. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson. 44 yards. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, Love. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw now, here's Love.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
It's a pickup of 14.
On 4th down, Love.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Zach Cunningham with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 74 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. Let's go, Eagles! Let's go, Eagles! Let's go, Eagles!
On 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete.
And that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down and 6 now. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They really have to make the short field play. But this is third and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
And just shutting him off there.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Able to find his man, Kraft.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Love, they go play action now. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On third down, here's Dillon.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And inside give to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Second and 6.
32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Play action this time with Love. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards. It's third down.
Third and long for Love. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake, Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. And some space here. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And quickly, they get to the line. Love, he's going to change the play here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now 2nd and 3. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action. Love to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway.